Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are you all feeling today? Excited. I welcome you all to meeting number 215 of Nitk Bhive Toastmasters. It's a beautiful evening and we have a beautiful theme as well. Life, a marathon learning. How many agree to this particular theme? Everyone, right? Because otherwise, what is life? There's nothing to it. If you are content, if you are in one particular place, nothing to learn, nothing to look forward to, then life has no meaning. So life has to be a constant learning experience, both personal life as well as professional life. And I think that's something that we all have to ensure or consciously look forward to, uh, considering that there are a lot of things that we do not experience in our day-to-day life, in the present location, in the present situation, environment. So we should always look forward to go in that direction and learn something new and explore something new, go to a new place, explore a new location. And these are something that builds experiences in your life, which will help you narrate these stories to your future generation in the near future. So with this, I'd like to start the meeting 215 today. Before we start, 3 golden rules. One is, let us all keep our mobile phones in silent mode. I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. Thank you. The second important rule is, let us refrain from talking about religion, sex, or politics, because these are personal to every individual, and let's not create any ruckus over here. And the third golden rule is, let us not walk around when somebody is speaking. Let us wait until the person has finished speaking, and let us always maintain a bright smile on our faces, because that encourages the speaker and helps him deliver a better speech. So with this, I'd like to introduce the presiding officer today. He is a passionate Rotarian. He is also a businessman. He's also a consultant. And his forte is manufacturing, and he helps companies improve processes in the manufacturing sector. So put your hands together for Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Fine. I declare this meeting as open. It's customary to ask our Toastmaster members that last week's minutes of the meeting was circulated to everybody. I hope you have gone through that and you are in agreement with it. Can I take it as accepted?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. It is also customary that we talk with our visitors, get their introduction. But this is a special day today. So, not only we take the introduction of our visitors at the end, but also we will collect the feedbacks. Hope that is acceptable to all. Big round of applause for that. And is you get more energized and you will become very attentive and will contribute a lot in the Toastmasters Club. Toastmasters Club is something which helps you to develop your leadership and communication skill. It provides you a platform to do that. Having said that, how many of us have heard about Mr. TN Station? Very less. Oh no, we have quite a few members. But those who have not heard about him, let me just tell you some small story about it. Once Mr. TN Station was traveling in a remote village of Bihar along with his wife. And suddenly they saw this weaver bird nest hanging everywhere. all like to decorate our house. So his wife asked him, "Can I get to? We can decorate our house." The desire was passed on to the driver, who stopped the car and went out and called a cowherd who was there and asked him, "I will give you 5 rupees, get me those two." He refused. There was no one inside. Clean Sheshan, as he is, he walked out of the car and went and asked, "I will give you 100 rupees for each, get me." The boy said, "No, I cannot, I will not. When the mother bird comes, it will find its house missing, babies missing. How it will feel? I will not do it." That stuck T.N. Sheshan. This is time when he was the election commissioner, almost at the fag end of his career. No education has taught him, no high school degrees taught him this lesson, which a small boy taught him. That's why life is always a marathon learning session. Let's not stop anywhere. And so is the Toastmasters Club, which will give you the life experience of this journey of your life. With this, today is a special day. We are all working on a speech marathon where everybody is prepared his speech, his depending on his pathway which he has chosen, and he will be delivering the speech. The speeches are being evaluated from the best from the outside club. This is really a challenge for one and all, and everybody is going to put the best foot forward to see that they come out successful on this. For us to support, we have Toastmaster Nimisha, Toastmaster Ankita, Toastmaster Sonal, Toastmaster Karthik, and Toastmaster Naveen to evaluate various speakers from our club. Not taking much time of you or yours, I would like to now invite the first speaker. And before doing that, I would like to invite evaluator Toastmaster Nimisha to give the guidelines of the speech to everyone.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, the speaker in question is presenting his icebreaker. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. The timer may please note that the duration of the speaker's speech is 4 to 6 minutes. And I hand it to you.
Now let's understand our next speaker. He is a businessman by profession, has put up a shop in a prime locality on a prime street. He's a passionate Rotarian, and he was president for his club in the previous year. Person who looks very strong, but is as soft as a coconut inside. And he has got a lot of stories of his life to share. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Habib. His speech title is My Life Journey. My Life Journey, Toastmaster Habib.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters. And yes, the late 1960s witnessed the birth of a second child in Mrs. Mahida Rahman's house. A second baby boy was born and out of the 5 children, this was the second child it was born. Then Mrs. Rahman, who was like Wahida Rahman, had come from Mysore, and Mr. Rahman had come from the city of Hyderabad looking for a job to Bangalore. As the boy grew up in the same locality at Rajaji Nagar, he grew up to be in the same locality, growing with all the types of multilingual people. Uh, he grew up to go to a school and study. It was a normal life to him. Then he had to pass out his schooling, everything. Then he wanted to just join for a college. And Mr. Rahman was working as an architect in Dubai. He had to leave to Dubai again of a job because he couldn't sustain in Bangalore for a long time. Later on, when uh, like he started working in Dubai and the boy was started studying in college, suddenly a board struck out of the blue, and the war broke out between Iran and Iraq, and Mr. Rahman was jobless. The boy who was still studying and who was like just a normal boy, he wanted to study and fulfill his career, could not do so because he had to find a job for himself to run his family and take care of his study also. So in the meantime, when he started selling books, he started doing these marketing activities for college. In this, he earned and he like supported his house. Later on, after some time, when he want, then he had to join for a job, and his job was in a company called CMS Computers. He worked as a customer support engineer there for some time. But for some time, he had a few friends who were all in business, so he couldn't stay in the job for some time. He took up a small, around like a 50 square feet place on Infantry Road, and started a small office with zero investment because he didn't have any investment. Life also supported, and he had a good time. At that time, we had that just the rising of the IT industry into Bangalore. He started selling computer hardware for some time, and suddenly he was offered a 2,000 square feet space free of cost and commercial without any advance, and that too the money was paid for the interior also by the person who gave him the place. Then a second HP store was started in Bangalore city. There was no HP store in Bangalore. A second HP store was started in Bangalore city. He continued to do his business from no investment. The next 6 months, he started doing business of 1 crore per month. And from one employee, he went to have 31 employees. In 2000, the IT industry also was boosting, and there was a Y2K problem. This actually boosted his business, and he never looked back after that time. He had his family, he had to get married, his sisters, brother, settling everybody. So life continued same as it is. He got married himself. He has two sons. One is an MBA graduate and working in EY, who is going to get married in December, and the second son is an architect. This continued for some time. Then he started doing social work also in his own community for some time. Then later on, he found out that he had to do something extra. He had to go out of the community group. He joined Rotary in 2017. And in 2017, he adopted 3 children also, who are there with him today. There are 2 boys and 1 girl. Apart from the children, what he has got, they all are studying in a separate house, and the boy and he is maintaining the entire family of the 3 families plus his grandmother also. Life continued the same thing. Then he started one more store, a Lenovo store in Malaysia on 18th Cross. Then afterwards, he adopted one school who is giving a free education to around 300 children in a place called Pungnur in Andhra Pradesh. The same continuing, he is an active member of Muslim orphanage, and he was a past president of Rotary Club, and he happens to be my son.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Quite a motivating speech. And you stand apart from the crowd with your life experience, with your good deeds, with your dedication to the society and to the people. You really stand out in front of the crowd. Thank you very much. And your icebreaker speech was wonderful. May I invite Toastmaster Ankita to give the next speaker's guidelines.
This is not the energy of Rotarians or Toastmasters. Come on. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much. I'm here today to our next speaker who's chosen the path persuasive influence. The level is level 1 and the path and the speech number is 3. The objective for this particular L1P3 introduction to vocal variety and body language is as follows. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance his speech. So it's a as audience members to catch up on the vocal variety, the hand gestures, or any other such unwelcome body language, if at all you notice any. Apart from this, I wish our speaker all the very best. Until then, back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. That was a loud and energizing. We need to answer. Painter by hobbyist, product specialist by profession, a person who is able to identify his own weaknesses. That's the greatness, by the way. Who is able to identify his own weaknesses, has a desire to improve, and has chosen a path of Toastmasters. Please put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Toastmaster Bopaya.
Talk in everlasting words and dedicate them all to me. And I will lend you my support, and I'm here if you should call to me. You think that I don't even mean a single word I say. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and my dear friends, I mean every single word I say when I tell you that my Toastmasters journey has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride. I am anxious when I'm called on the dais to speak about table topics, but I'm exhilarated after delivering that banter that I made up on the go by training my thoughts. I am disappointed when I make a mistake with my pronunciation or vocabulary, but I am beaming when my fellow Toastmasters lend a supporting voice, encouraging me to do well the next time. I am meek when I deliver my 2 minutes as a sergeant at arms, but I'm animated when I drive the entire meeting as a TMOD. I have a fear of heights, but that did not stop me from boarding the dreaded Eijunaka roller coaster, which is rightly termed as the fourth dimension hypercoaster at Fujiku Highlands in Japan. Apart from going fast and straight, the seat of the roller coaster also turns around its axis. Now imagine this rotation at a height of about 200 feet. Despite having a fear of heights, why did I do it? Because I wanted that experience. I had to shun my inhibitions, I had to overcome my fears and earn that experience. Tomorrow, when I narrate this story to friends at a gathering, sipping whiskey, the story has credibility because it's coming straight from the horse's mouth and not from a random narrative off of the internet. Friends, the same is with Toastmasters. When I joined Toastmasters, the words coming out of my mouth would strike like a bullet, swift and straight with a lot of weight. But in my short journey at Toastmasters so far, between February and June this year, I've already seen a considerable improvement in the way I speak and the way I present myself. It is a work in progress, but I'm confident that eventually I will get there. It is an investment in myself that I became a member of Toastmasters. Yes, I'm highlighting the word member. Now, friends, why do you think a member or a membership is important for any organization, be it Rotary, be it Lions Club, be it Toastmasters? Why is a member important? Any quick answers?
Backbone.
Backbone,
Networking.
networking,
To give to privileges,
privilege.
which is backbone support or the network.
Exactly. All right answers. Memberships have a lot of benefits. You have the privilege of networking. You can build confidence. It helps you become a better decision maker. It helps you contribute to the society. It helps you with financial contributions for the betterment of mankind. And the list goes on. When I attended the first Toastmasters meeting here, there were hardly 7 to 8, 9 members, giving the place a deserted look. But in due course, I've attended meetings that was attended by more than 20 people. Now these are people from varied backgrounds, aspiring professionals to well-established stalwarts in the society. So why do they come here? To learn something new every single day. Now with all these benefits that we understand about memberships of any organization, how do you think that we, as individuals of prestigious clubs and prestigious organizations, how can we come up with identifying potential members for these organizations? Any ideas? How do you identify potential members for these organizations?
You have to identify what's their core area of interest, as well as make them connect to how this club can benefit them.
Okay, where do you find them?
I think
Your own circle of influence.
Exactly.
Networking.
Among us.
Right on the earth.
Right on this side. That's a brilliant answer.
Under the sky.
Under the sky. So we have a golden rule that I was enlightened about by my mentor. We all are familiar with our alphabets, right? So let's start. A for apartments. There are thousands of people in those apartments, and many of whom just want to stand in the club meetings and deliver their opinion about problems and situations. B for business people. Because sometimes it's just not enough to make money. It's also important to present yourself well. C for corporates. Because sometimes it's just not enough to present yourself well, but it's also important to deliver the right message effectively across to your clients. D for defense personnel. Because apart from saving our country and protecting our country and winning our hearts, it is also important that they share that knowledge and experience when they come out in the civilian world. E for educational institutes. Because academic excellence is good, but if your vernacular is poor, then you might just miss out on that dream job. F for friends and family. Because apart from social gatherings, it's also important to push or lift our friends and family towards success and confidence. Friends, the next time you meet someone struggling with words, someone struggling to form sentences, someone looking for that simple nudge, someone in need of those soothing words of encouragement, what do? Use your words, bring them to Nitk Bhive Toastmasters to help them embark on a journey towards self-exploration, confidence, and prosperity. Because it's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away. Thank you.
That was my speech with a song. It motivates all of us to learn something more. That's the beauty in Toastmaster. You not only learn your communication, but you also learn how the way of communicating. Music and singing is also one of the ways. which you can communicate and reach, have better impact. Having said that, now I request Toastmaster Sonal to give the speech guidelines of the next speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Nitk. The purpose of the project the member will be attempting is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note the timing is between 5 and 7 minutes, and I wish the speaker all the very best.
Thank you. Now I would like to call upon the next speaker, who is a businessman, a great motivator. Also, he is so persuasive that you will never be able to say no to him. Top head. Nothing goes out of it. Though the challenges are very much, but you will not know about it. A man who is called in our Toastmaster Club as the Amitabh Bachchan. Please put your hands together to give a warm welcome to Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal.
Thank you so much. Who is the timer?
Sir, mute the sound for the time.
Your voice or somebody tapping?
Tapping.
Tapping?
Yes.
Your voice is better, Rashmi. That's not.
I say 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and 7 minutes.
Don't say minute, just say 5, 6,
Okay.
7.
5,
Huh?
6, 7.
Too long, 5 minutes.
Okay.
हजार भाषा सुन लो की सैर कर लो around the world in $8 around the world in $8. My dear fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests, and all my friends, good evening.
Good evening.
Buenas noches. What is this? Good evening in Spanish. Sham bakhair. Sham bakhair. Good evening in Urdu. I'm going to take you on a journey across the world. Now listen to this announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a flight captain, Sankej, welcoming on board NITK 215 flight number. Today we're going to fly from Bay of Bengal to the Arabian Sea. The approximate time, the approximate duration of this flight is about 300 to 420 seconds. Please sit back, relax, and sleep. But please don't snore. Why? If you start snoring, the in-flight, the plane may face turbulence, which will adversely impact all of you. Most of us have flown internationally on various international flights, right?
Yes.
Apart from English, what are the other languages that you have heard? In-flight announcement. Quickly, few answers.
German, French, Spanish, Hindi,
Right?
German.
Thanks.
or Persian.
So whatever international flight you take, you hear it from the local language, right? How many languages are spoken across the globe? Let me give you some guesses, some options. 6,304, 7,151, or 8,201. Can you take a wild guess?
So we'll go for the lowest number, 6,000.
Huh?
7201.
7,000?
351.
8201.
No.
6,000.
No. I said 7,151.
Yeah.
The other said 7,300, someone said 7,300. They are not attentive listening. Be an attentive and active listener. It will help you a lot. So it's an astonishing figure. while going through the Wikipedia page, so they give us this information that across the globe, a stunning number of 7,151 languages are spoken across. You know all these things? Illa. No. But these are just official numbers. The second one, which is the language which is most spoken across the globe?
Chinese. Mandarin.
Then, four top languages.
Four top English,
Mandarin, I'm hearing English, I'm hearing Spanish.
Cantonese,
Yeah.
Hindi bhi ho.
The topmost position is occupied by English. 20% of the world population speak English. The next one,
Spanish. French.
Mandarin. 14% of the population speak Mandarin. Third,
French.
Hindi. 8%. See the difference, 20, 14, and the fourth one? Correct. That is 7%. So if you total all these four languages percentage-wise, 49% of the world population speak these four languages.
I belong to 28%.
They belong to 28%.
20 is the English and
Huh?
8 is Hindi.
English.
We all belong to the top-notch language also, plus Tamil Nadu. Of course, native language, local language. So this is as far as which language is spoken. Let me give some more astonishing figures.
Fine.
Which country speaks the maximum number of languages?
India.
India.
Okay. That's all?
Third.
Africa.
India. Africa is a continent. There are so many countries.
Surprise.
Indonesia.
Surprise. Papua New Guinea. Small country
Small country.
with a population of about 103 lakhs. They speak 840 languages. How much was it? 840. Next is Indonesia with a population of about 27.62 crores. 711. Oh my gosh. India comes fourth. It comes fourth after one more country. So India speaks about 456 languages. Population 1 million. Isn't it stunning?
Yes.
Largest country, largest population comes fourth. Coming to India, the four top languages are spoken in India. Hindi 44%.
Telugu.
No, okay.
Telugu.
Telugu is about 6.5%. Okay. Illa. No.
English. Bengali. Marathi.
Right. Huh? Bengali is 8%.
Telugu.
Hindi,
Anybody will
Bengali,
be better than us.
Hindi, Bengali 8% Bengali. Marathi is at 7%.
7.
And Telugu, Randi Kochum, is at 6.6%. So this is a little bit information that I could share with you in this so much little time about the languages that have been spoken across the world, across India. And one more interesting fact I'd like to share. Just one single language is spoken in 6 countries. One single language. One single language is spoken in 6 countries. Which are those countries? No. First is British Indian Oceanic Territory. You have never heard of this. You never heard of this. Forget it. Second is the Falkland Island. Some of us might have heard of it. This is heard of it. Right? Then you got Saint Helena. Saint Pinari and Mikulon. And the most popular of all these things is North Korea. One single language. Thank you, gentlemen, for listening to me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh ji. Now, let me ask you all, not a speech, how did you like it? What is the takeaway we have from his speech?
Numbers.
The thing is in the brain. Everything here, it has got lot of space. Retrieve as and when is required. The challenge is what life throws to us is nothing if you have the will to take it on heads on. That is what I learned from his speech, and that motivated me to take myself to the next level, which I consider myself as WIP, work in progress. Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh ji. Now, let me call Toastmaster Karthik to give the guidelines of our next speaker's speech.
Thank you, Toastmasters of today. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests.
Very good.
The next speaker is giving a speech from Engaging Humor Pathway, Level 2, Project 3. His project title is Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of previous experience as a prodigy. Timer to note, time is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. That was reassuring everybody that yes, we all are awake and we are attentive. The next speaker looks very strong and is very, very strict as far as the processes are concerned. If you look at him, you will find him as apt as a monk. He is not a monk. He is highly intellectual person, and he is mentor for most of us here, including myself. So if you find anything good in me in talking from here, the credit goes to him. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Ramdas Bhatt, who is giving a speech. Strong foundation, Toastmaster Ramdas Bhatt.
La 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 la. This is how I was mimicked when I was giving a speech in front of my mentor the first time I joined Toastmasters. Went to his office and he did this mimic in front of my wife. She is mimicking this even today. Dear Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Before I joined Toastmasters, I had never spoken in front of a group of people. We were on speech. I joined Toastmasters. Before I joined Toastmasters, VM was voting machine for me. OBC was some reservation. After joining Toastmasters, they said VM equal to voice modulation, OBC equal to opening body, conclusion, and a lot of things. All these were foreign words for me. My mentor, Toastmaster Ian Faria, he not only mimicked, but he told me, Ramdas, a speech should be like music. It should have good lyrics and also should have good voice modulation. And remember 3 P's: pace, pause, pitch. A speech should have pace variation. It should use more number of words, less number of words in a given minute. There should be pitch variation. Increase the volume, decrease the volume. And you use pauses which are more effective. He not only guided me to give speeches in Toastmasters, he also handheld me to take up the roles that we have in Toastmasters and also take the XCOM roles. So thanks to Toastmasters Infaria, I'm standing here today at the long journey of Toastmasters. All credit goes to Toastmasters Infaria. He helped me build a strong foundation of Toastmasters inside me. And today, I can proudly say that I can walk out of the Toastmasters club, but the Toastmaster in me will never go out of me. This is because of the strong mentoring in Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, mentoring is a process. When the new member joins, a senior member is assigned as a mentor. A mentor is someone who has completed one pathway, taken up some roles in XCOM, and been there for 1 year in Toastmasters. So this mentor helps the new joinee to prepare speeches, deliver speeches, use feedback, also supports taking leadership roles. He is a support system for the new member. So new member comes in here, doesn't know the system, doesn't know the process here. He helps backside or outside the meeting to support the member. He should have good quality to encourage the member to come up and give speeches and stand on his own legs in a couple of months. So as for Toastmasters, there should be 3 qualities a mentor should have. The first is a mentor should be knowledgeable and expert. He should be knowing about the system of Toastmasters. So it's we say he should have done one pathway and have been taken up at least one of the leadership role. So this he can help the mentee to learn about Toastmasters. Second quality is mentor should be positive and supportive. A new member joins, the member may have fear or may have some feeling that I cannot do it. When new members see others speaking so well, the member may think I cannot do it. So mentor should support the member to believe in themselves. So that positive and supportive nature is very important for mentor to make sure that the new member comes to the meeting every week and then grows step by step. And the third very important is a mentor should be committed and dependable. Mentors are all working professionals. They may not have enough time, but still when they signed up for mentoring, they should give time and make sure that the mentee gets enough support as requested. So these are 3 important qualities a mentor should have so that the mentee who is assigned to the mentor gets a benefit from Toastmasters. When I was doing the orientation for new members, there's a common question asked by new members. Is coaching and mentoring both the same? So let me explain with an example. Suppose I want to learn swimming skill. I cannot do Toastmasters definitely. I go to an expert who is a coach, who has got big credentials of having trained many people. I go to him or her, and the coach takes me to water, gives all the floating board, everything, tools, and makes me swim so that I become expert in swimming. So this is a short duration, definitely, and of course, I need to pay to the coach. I want to learn swimming skill. I cannot come Toastmasters. I come Toastmasters to learn my confidence building skills. And I get a mentor. What the mentor does here? He tells me to study how should I prepare. He gives a tips. He clarifies all my doubts. Then I can go and give speeches in front of him. I can practice in front of him. He motivates me. So he's a support system. He's not a coach. But if I want, he can refer me to some other coach. But some mentors can be coach in some areas, they can help. So mentor can be a coach, but coach cannot be a mentor. In Toastmasters, we believe mentoring is a very strong foundation that helps members to develop their self-confidence. A mentor is someone who motivates the members to come up and give speeches and develop confidence, thereby they grow. A mentor is someone who inspires members to take leadership roles and develop some self-confidence and grow. And as Bob Goshen said, a mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability inside you than you see yourself and help you get them out of you. Thank you. Back to you.
That was something about mentorship, which I also sometimes feel I need to master myself if I am to become a mentor. Mentorship is something very, very holy, and it needs a lot of skill to identify the potential in the other, which the person himself has not been able to find out. Yes, and if you see most of us talking so confident, here in this part, the credit goes to Toastmaster on this. He did not mention about one thing about the mentorship. My mentor is one who will not tell me, but who will push me in the water and say, "You swim now." That is what is all mentorship about, which is always hidden in the back, never exposed. Thank you very much, sir. And may I now invite Toastmaster Naveen to give the. May I now invite Toastmaster Suparna Goshalji to give the speech guidelines of the next speaker.
Oh, good evening once again.
Good evening.
Okay, the next speaker is following his pathway persuasive influence, and it is L3P2 and an elective that he is going to speak today. The purpose of his project is the member needs to practice writing and delivering a speech that shall inspire all of us. Okay, the purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. I will put it all of us. And timer 5 to 7 minutes. So all the best for the incoming speaker.
Thank you. Call upon the stage the next speaker. Let me just tell you about how I met and how influential he became in my career in Rotary. It was an ordinary day. I was invited for a orientation, and I saw a gentleman who is very passionately expressing all the projects which are there. It influenced me, and I joined. Within next 8 months, I receive a call saying, "Would you be like to be on my team?" Shock, but the outlook which I had was of a strong man who means business, a man who wants the thing to be perfect. Actually, I found along with this, he is also a man with a lot of humanity in him. I also found that he encourages and he makes the thing. The reason why he is like that is that he requires the things to be completed. The speaker's next topic is caring has the gift of making the ordinary special. Toastmaster Anand. Caring has the gift of making the ordinary special.
Good evening, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, for a wonderful introduction of mine. But don't believe all he said. Just leave it aside. It was one fantastic Sunday morning that we were in Mudabagal with a friend of mine having the famed masala dosa, the Mudabagal masala dosa. And this Rotarian friend turns around and asks me, "Alan, can you set up a vision care program or a camp for some of the village folks around here?" I said, "Only, what is this? Only vision care? Probably we can do something better." I said, "No, let's do vision care."
So it was vision care. So I said, give me a couple of weeks, I will put it together. We will be there. So a couple of weeks, as promised, we were there. A camp was set up, and it was in a village which nestles on the border of Karnataka and Andhra. A small town called Thailur with about 800,000 people as the residents. And a small PHC, which is the most beacon of hope, I can call it as, for the people around that. So as we set up the camp and the doctors were there and the technicians were there, we saw the village folks coming in, brought in by the buses and tempos arranged by our Rotarians. Surprise, I see only old folks coming in, and it was really intriguing for me. I turned around and asked him, Arjun, yeah, very old people are here. So he comes down and tells me, that's the story of the village, Anand. All the able-bodied men around here are gone to Bangalore, finding their own work, and they are not there. In the bustle of their daily activities, they forget to come to the village, and they come here only during special occasions. There is no one in the villages to take these old folks even for their medical checkups. And their aging eyesight and failing vision is also a deterrent for them to go around anywhere. That was pretty surprising and shocking to me. And talking to the doctor of the PHC, he said, whatever he's saying is true, sir. We are just two doctors here. And as you rightly said, this PHC is a beacon of hope. And this caters to a population of 10,000 villages in a radius of about 18 kilometers. Can you believe that? On that day, we did the vision test for about 800 of these village folks, and we promised them we're going to get your specs in the next week or so. As promised, we went back with about 450 spectacles with us, done exclusively as per their prescription. So the Rotarians were there, arranged everything, and we had these old folks who were sitting there to receive it. And as they started calling out their names and distributing it, we saw them open it and put their specs on. The moment they started seeing the world in a 4K vision, I could see the smile coming on their lips and their eyes gleaming. It was simply tremendous. And we had this one gentleman going round and round they're saying, Manju, ಕಣ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಂಗೆ ಮಂಜು ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಕಲ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ Jyoti, Magle, oh, fantastic. I can see you for the first time after so many years. Believe me, it was really touching. I was in the middle of the crowd there, soaking in the experience, and I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turned around to see this gentleman with a bunch of his friends with their folded hands and saying thanks. It was a moving sight. It moves me even now. That day I learned one thing, friends. One of the best things that you can do on this earth is to tell people that you are not alone. Let them know that they are not alone. Friends, I implore you, in the bustle of your daily grind, take some time out. Start a new passion. See the world with a compassionate eye. Start the initiative of making a difference. Saving a new life. Bringing the pride in the eyes of somebody. To the people who were not as fortunate as you were. To the people who didn't get the opportunities as we did. Go out there and give it. As you see, it's not what you achieve or what you have gathered together that makes your life great. It's all about to whom did you reach out and brought him up? To whom did you reach out to make him better? To whom did you reach out to make him feel good? In the end, my friend, it's all about what you gave back. In this Rotary journey, with a hand on my heart, I'll tell you, I may not have seen God, but for sure I have experienced it. Thank you so much. He did make the ordinary special. And believe me, I have experienced that along with him in the place where people had a small smile which melts anybody's heart. That was a wonderful session of prepared speeches for this marathon speech contest, which is being evaluated by evaluators from outside our club. We now take 10 minutes break and we will assemble here. Is it okay? Just take 10 minutes break and we'll assemble here. Thank you.